Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today's video is going to be some zulrah KC. I'm going to do a solid dozen kills, see what kind of drops we get. I hope my audio is good today. I am recording actually outside instead of in an enclosed space, so hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I know it's a little unprofessional, but we're not professionals out here. We're amateurs. We're doing what we can. That's why we're using our phones, right? We're not at our PC setups with our microphones and our cameras. All I have is my iPhone 13 that I've had for 5 years. And that's what I'll be on until further notice. So as you've seen by the setup, I'm using oath plate. I want to increase that slash accuracy. Zulrah does have high defense. You want to make sure you hit her, and you want to make sure you hit her hard. The damage at zulrah does cap off at 50, but you still want to have as high of a strength bonus as you can, because when you roll over 50 on zulrah, it'll roll anywhere between 45 and 50, and the higher the strength bonus, the closer you'll hit to 50 every single time. So you want to maximize that. You can also see by my inventory, very bare bones. I'm not in it for longevity. I'm not in it for, 5-6 kill trips or whatever people are doing these days. I come in, I sip my potion, I heal up, I hop in, I get a kill, I hop out. Very simple. This allows me to stay in activity. It allows me to stay fighting for as long as I can. As I stated in previous videos, I'm a very busy guy. I have a full-time job. I'm on my feet 15 hours a day. So, being able to hop in, kill zulrah in 2 minutes or less, and hop out, very valuable to me. My job it's demanding of my time a lot. I just, to make it simple, I co-own a restaurant, so what I do can easily pull me away from my phone at any moment. A customer can call or anything else. So I always value content like this, that I can hop in, get it done, hop out. And I don't have to worry about longevity. I don't have to worry about long trips or long content. It does lock me out of certain other things, at least during the day. Granted, I recorded this video also very, very late. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, I had a very late night. But that's typical for me. So as you can see, very simple. Just click boss, move with boss, click boss, move with boss. The rotations for zulrah are annoying to memorize. And every time I see a guide, it's like, oh, this plugin will tell you. Oh, this plugin will tell you. I don't subscribe to that. I saw one King Condor video where he's like, if zulrah is over here, walk over here. If zulrah pops up on this side at any time, that means move to the other side. It was very simple. My mind grasped it so easily. And I followed it for a bit. And yes, he was right. Zulrah pops up on the middle or on the either side, she's going to be on the opposite side, move to the opposite side. And then after I got, 10, 20, 30, 40 KC, I started to just naturally memorize the rotations regardless. So, and one of my favorites is this one right here, where she just stays in the middle for the first 3 attack cycles. And then I'll know that she's going to either spawn there south or she's going to spawn west. And I know immediately which prayer to switch to. That's why I leave my prayers open. Because I know when it's time to switch. And I know when to switch my prayers. When she summons those spawns, I know that I'm safe from any more range attacks. I go to mage pray. Now that the snakeling can't hurt me. It's very good. And I love zulrah. She's always solid money. She pays for herself and then some. Always profits very, very well. And her uniques are gorgeous. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. The beautiful orange text. I was very excited. That's why I started shaking my screen. I'm not good at screen effects yet, so that's the best we got. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love zulrah. always worth fighting. I used to absolutely despise her back when there was no Noxious Halberd. There was no melee method for her whatsoever. And I would just walk in with Arams and try to use fire on her when they added the fire weakness. And it was just such an ordeal every single time. I'm so glad they added what they added for her. The following rest of this video is going to be a little sped up. I tried to take a couple of different clips of kills and stitch them together, and the video ended up being like almost 30 minutes long. I don't know if I should be posting 30-minute long videos. I don't know if people would want to watch that. I heard some people say that it's better to just include the content only and not the trips back and forth and not the in-betweens. People want to stay engaged. So let me know what you guys think. Should I just let it long play while I talk about the content and talk about the account? Should I just, keep everything sped up? Should I keep everything just compiled into just like little clips of each kill and each loot? You guys let me know. I kind of wanted to format the video into sort of like how Mr. No Sleep does, where he just sort of just talks about it a little bit and then he shows the loot and that's about it. I'm trying to take inspiration from a lot of different content creators. I really do like how a lot of them focus their energies in different ways. And I am also like, I don't really do live commentary. I don't do scripts. I'm just sort of rambling off the top of my head. It does take time to figure out exactly what to talk about for like the content I'm doing or what it is that I'm focused on. But with that out of the way, let me refocus and sort of get my thoughts straight again. And I do want to talk about this account's goal, this account's purpose, right? As I've said before, the current account goal, get the quest cape back, get the money up, to eventually do the Tebow rebuild. I also mentioned I did do a shadow rebuild at one point that failed horribly. I did end up selling the shadow back, but it felt really good regardless. I actually did have a lot of fun because even though I failed, quote unquote, at it, it was freeing to empty out my entire bank. I had a lot of stuff in that bank. Stuff that I liked, stuff that I didn't like. I had one of each god sword. I had full Justice Shard. I had a whole bunch of barrels items. I had my Nox. I had a Fang. I had all of the Dragon Hunter weapons. I had all of the Demon Bane weapons. I had everything.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, you know that.
Everything except for, of course, max gear, and I didn't have any of the mega rares. I was walking around just, in my Bandos or some form of Moon's gear. I didn't even have like an Eye of Ayak or anything over like a magic short bow in terms of range. I did have a Venator bow, actually. I'm lying. I had a Venator bow for a little while. I love the Venator bow, and I do plan on getting that back pretty soon because I'd like to go back to AFKing my Slayer tasks the way that I was before with a cannon and a Venator bow. The Venator bow is actually one of my top favorite weapons, if I'm being honest. And I have fond memories of it because when I originally wanted it, it was like 75 million. And I started farming for it during the time that granite malls were on average 750k. And in my brain, I'm like, hey, that's great. I'll just farm up a quick 100 and sell them. But I guess everybody got the same idea as me, and all the bots started coming back because that's when the great crash happened. Those of you who know, that granite malls are now like, what are they? Like 140, 160k maybe. Still a very good drop to see. Like, there's nothing like going on a gargoyle task and seeing that green text on the floor, But it was like it was interesting. Like when I started that grind and I was like getting like mall after mall after mall, I was getting a couple malls a day, and they were like slowly dropping at first, and I was like, oh, that's weird, like they're dropping a little bit, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. But instead of bouncing back, they were crashing, and at one point they were selling for like 400K, like within a couple days of me starting that grind. And I started to lose all hope that I would ever be able to afford a Venator bow. But then the most unexpected thing happened, where when I gave up on the gargoyles and I gave up on the Venator bow grind, I was looking for other things to do that were super AFK. And what I ended up trying to do, this is before they updated the Monkey Madness 2 cavern. I used to just bring full tank gear, full Justicure, full bulwark, everything, echo boots, you name it. And I used to just AFK by the tortured gorillas right at the entrance of the cavern. And I told myself, hey, if I can AFK here, just can't protect magic, and just keep on killing these guys, eventually I'll get a Zenyte shard, right? It was an actual like crack dream. But what didn't help my delusion was that at 127 KC, I hit that 1 in 3K drop for a Zenyte shard. And it was the most not good thing for my brain, I'll tell you that much. So I ended up getting a Venator bow with the Zenyte shard in all my malls. Back to the video, instead of me rambling, this is just me like selling off some of the loot, supplying myself. I decided to do like how the YouTubers do, which I keep the unique and then I sell it, and I specifically convert it to platinum tokens, you know, just so I can sort of have a tally. You kind of see me sort of figure out like how to figure that out, and that's why I like super like sped it up. Also, just for my own brain, I buy the individual potion I'm using whenever I do Zulrah, and I buy the individual teleports, just so like it feels even more self-sufficient this way. Like I'm using only the money that I'm getting from her to resupply myself for her, even though I already had some teleports on me and some things on me. But that's how that, like, I don't know, it makes my brain happy. It makes it work for me, I guess. And yeah, I mean, again, like Zulrah's great. It's very relaxed. You don't have to do like long trips. Granted, yes, I do have Oath Plate. I have Usurp Helm, of course, to avoid the venom. But even still, look, I sometimes still reset. Sometimes the RNG is just not there, no matter how hard you try. And sometimes I misclick and I think that I'm using my Chally when I'm not, so that's always fun. And yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, like the way I math it out, especially for Zulrah, is each teleport there costs 13, 14K. She's definitely dropping that much in shards, in scales, excuse me. And the scales too. The scales are going to be the bulk of the profit, aside from the uniques. And the scales, it was there for like a quick second, but I only sold 1,000 of them and I put the rest into the Serp Helm. Like this way the Serp Helm stays activated, because one time it did break on me while I was fighting her, and that wasn't fun. And yeah, it's a very, very self-sufficient boss, and she can net you tons and tons and tons of gold, you know? And yeah, I'm still working on some of the editing. I'm still working on some of the audio, and I will try harder for future videos for better edits as well. I think the eventual goal is to be able to compile much bigger boss counts into smaller videos, of course. You know, like again, Mr. No Sleep, he does 1,000 of a boss and he compiles it into a 19-minute video. But then again, he's not documenting every single kill, which I am. So I guess there's like one difference there. But the goal of my videos isn't just to show off the loot of a boss. It's also just to showcase different methods, especially methods that work on mobile and methods that work for the busy guy. You know, people mention Dadscape, and I also want to mention Dadscape. I'm not a father yet, you know, but I'm calling it Busyscape. I'm definitely going to call this Busyscape. Because the mobile player, you know, we're busy. We're out. We're on our phones. That's what we have. And I'm no different, you know. I go from working 90-hour weeks. Hell, during quarantine, I was working 100 hours a week. And, you know, my phone was all I had, you know. Even now, like, I have a little bit more time in the week, but the thought of coming home, sitting down on, like, my PlayStation or sitting down on my PC to play a game, I just don't have it like that sometimes. Sometimes I just want to lay down, and I still want to play. I still want to be engaged, but I don't want to sit myself up at a station. I don't want to sit myself up, like, at a place to game, you know? And that's where the phone comes in, because the phone, it's this big, you know? I'm trying to think of some more stuff to talk about in terms of Zulrah here. I think all of the rotations were showcased in this video. I hope they were. I'm not 100% sure if they were. A couple things might pop up on my screen as well, which is a little, I'll say unprofessional to leave in. But, like, one of the pop-ups was just, like, my clan leader asking about, like, ways that I can record and things like that on my phone, which is great, by the way. I'm in a very wonderful clan called Loot Cartel. Definitely join up if you want to see me. We're a very relaxed, smaller clan. Everybody's super chill in that clan, too. Everybody's super nice. I've been there with those guys, I think, a little over a year now. It's a very, very, very good community that I'm in. You know, those guys are really cool. We sit on calls, like, pretty often. Guys do content together when they're not busy, you know, which is another thing, too, you know. We're adults. You know, we have lives. We have shit to do, you know. Excuse my French. But, yeah. At the end of this video, I'll show off, like, the whole loot from a dozen kills. I think when I do future boss videos, it will be by the dozen, if not by the 10, depending on the content. For tomorrow's video, I'm thinking I'll do a dozen of Vorkath. I do have a pretty decent Vorkath setup. I have recently repurchased my Fang that I had sold for that Shadow rebuild. Vorkath is another great boss. I might dip my toes into some more Vorkath KC, hopefully get that pet. If not, I'll figure out another piece of content to showcase for you guys. It's not super limited, the amount of content I have open to me, but I won't be showcasing certain content that I don't like to do or I just can't do yet. Like, you're not going to see, like, a Fosani's Nightmare video from me anytime soon. Raids is still far off for me, but I will be trying. I have been practicing solo 165 TOAs. I haven't cleared yet, but I'm practicing. But yeah, I think either way in the next video, it's going to be more, you know, more rambling. I'm going to talk about a couple more goals. I'm going to try to do a couple more things. And I'm hoping to really ramp up, you know, the future of these videos. And I'm hoping to ramp up more content for you guys. I will keep on trying to do daily uploads. This makes upload number 6, I believe. And my third voiceover. So it's going well, I'll say. I'm very happy with it. Oh, it's time for prayer. I can dive more into, like, more personal things about myself later if anybody's interested. But it is 3 in the morning. But I'll just showcase the loot real fast, and I'll thank you guys again for watching. If you want to talk, you know, comment, like and subscribe, please, follow, whatever it is. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Reddit. I'm on everything, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Take care.